Number 2, breakfast. Breakfast literally meaning breaking the overnight fast and replenishing the body with stores of energy that we need, lost energy from overnight. Generally thought to be the most important meal of the day, yet many of us are choosing to skip breakfast. So when we skip a meal, what actually happens is that our bodies are forced to draw energy from our storage in our liver and in our fat cells, which sounds quite appealing to people if they're wanting to lose weight. But in reality, what's happening is that our blood sugar levels absolutely plummet, and it increases these feelings of need, of cravings for sugar, for refined carbohydrates, for high glucose foods. So if you haven't had breakfast, you tend to find that mid-morning, I wouldn't be surprised if you're starting to reach for a high carb food, a bacon butty, slice of toast, or even having a coffee, because that will suppress those feelings even more. Okay, so what if we do reach for those carbs and we've put those in there because we've been craving them, our body needs that glucose, then insulin comes out to draw the glucose out of the blood, and it stores it back into our body, but then we have another crash. So we start to see we have this roller coaster of glucose input and then followed by a crash, glucose input followed by a crash, and that really has a massive impact on our mood, on our energy levels, and how we feel throughout the day. So one of the key things that I want us to work on by having breakfast is it's really important for balancing our blood sugar levels throughout the day. It's the most important meal for being able to make those better choices throughout the day. So for those of you who did have breakfast this morning, have a think about what did you have. Was it a slice of toast, cereal, some fruit juice, a cereal bar, all really high carbohydrate foods, which are obviously going to give the brain the glucose that we need after the night time of sleeping, but it's not going to sustain our energy levels, and it's also not providing us with the other really important macronutrients. So one of the key things you can do is some food combining. So we combine fats, proteins with our carbohydrates, and that helps to slow the release of sugar from our into our blood, and it helps us to stay fuller for longer, and it helps to really balance out those energy levels. We get a lovely nice even keel rather than this roller coaster that we saw when we're putting high carb foods in, the kind of traditional breakfast foods that we've started to input. So really good breakfast ideas would be, number 1, porridge oats. That's a really nice complex carbohydrate, slow release energy, but adding in some ground nuts and seeds, which are going to provide those fats and those proteins. Okay. Another option would be eggs. Go back to the basics. So eggs is amazing. Just poached eggs, scrambled eggs, boiled eggs, however you want them. A really, really nice way of getting some lovely protein in the morning. Alternatively, a smoothie is ideal. If you've got a blender at home, making a smoothie is a really good idea. People think smoothies, fruit. Well, yeah, a little bit of fruit, but mainly I'd like to put in vegetables in that. I'd also like to be seeing some of those other the good fats as well. So thinking about putting some nuts and seeds in there, some nut butters, some coconut oil, avocado, kale, spinach, lemon, those really lovely ingredients that you can put together into a really energising smoothie in the morning. And the great thing about a smoothie is you can just chuck all the ingredients in, whiz it up, and then take it to work with you. So you can drink it on the way to work if you're getting the metro into work, or you've got the train into work, or in the car if you're driving, or just take it to work and have it for breakfast once you're there. But either way, those are really nice options that you could put in over this next week. Think about what are you going to have for breakfast, and making sure you do have breakfast, and the choices that you make include some fats and some proteins to really stabilise your blood sugar levels throughout the morning and stop those cravings for sugar mid-morning and those unhealthier choices.